Okay, if you're following along in the book, and my virtual course essentially goes right along with the Angles as a Second Language book, we're going to address mental game on pages 32 and 33. And I want you to take just a couple of minutes and think about 3 excuses that you have whenever that you lose a game. Take just a couple of minutes, write those in your book, and pause the video, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about the excuses that people make. Okay, by now you should have written in excuses that you make when you lose a game. And there's several excuses that people make when they lose. And I'm sure if you've been playing pool for any length of time at all, you've probably heard them all. In the education world, there is a list of excuses that students make, whether they're elementary, middle, or high school students, or even college students. And students attribute their success or their failure to 3 general things. Their ability, I'm just not good enough to beat him. Luck, he slopped the 9-ball in, and that's why he won that game. And then the third one is the difficulty of the task. That shot was just too hard, and that's why I couldn't make it. So that's what attribution theory says, that there are 3 general rules to success or failure according to what a student perceives. Now, there are more mistakes in the mental game that people can make. And a more likely excuse or a more likely reason that a person loses a game would be that they make a mistake in their pre-shot routine, which causes them to miss a ball. And that's why that all these videos that you're watching, it's very, very important that you practice them and put together a great pre-shot routine, because if you make a mistake in your pre-shot routine, it could cost you the game. Or you may get nervous. That's another legitimate excuse. If it's your first time in the finals of a tournament and you've never been in that situation before, you may not perform well because you have nerves. So how do you go about dealing with the nerves? First thing is, don't get away from your pre-shot routine. Your pre-shot routine is a step-by-step approach to every single shot. If you start thinking about something else other than your pre-shot routine, then you can get nervous. So try to focus on your pre-shot routine. You know, step 1, aim while you're standing up. Then you get your distance. Then you get down to your stance. Practice strokes. Then you go to set. 1, 2, 3. Pause. 1, 2. Finish. Then freeze. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you think about all these things, then that will help you get away from your nerves. And don't forget, before you go into your stroke, you should be thinking about your angle, speed, and spin while you have your chalk in your hand. So these are the things that we think about. When we think about these things, then that should help us keep from getting nervous. If you do get nervous, it's important to control your breathing. There's a breathing exercise called the 4-16-8, and it was developed by monks for archers. And it was to help them maintain accuracy whenever that they get nervous. So what they do essentially is you inhale for 4 seconds, you take a deep breath and inhale all the air you can for 4 seconds. And you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you hold that in for 16 seconds. You'll count 1 to 16. And then you'll exhale out for 8 seconds. If you do that 2 or 3 times, it will slow your heart rate down. It'll slow your breathing down. And it will calm you down, help you to maintain focus. So all that's really important. You know, don't get away from your pre-shot routine. Don't forget about the mental zone before you go down into your pre-shot routine. These are the legitimate reasons as to why you miss shots and lose games. And again, the other things may be related, but you know, we can make our ability better through practice. Luck, you know, luck's something we can't control. There's always going to be situations where people luck balls in. And then of course, difficulty of task, we're always going to have tough shots. But the better that we make our pre-shot routine, the better that our mental game is, the more that we have control over the things that come our way. And so that's going to be really critical to you. I think I said once before, you must spend time working on all of these things. You have to become proficient at these skills in order to perform the same way over and over and over again. Practice will bring about consistency. And there may be a point in time where that you reach a plateau. Maybe you finish second consistently over and over and over again. You know, that's a situation that occurs sometimes. I remember in 1998 I finished second in lots and lots of pool tournaments. And so I did some research and I came up with a training plan to make my mental game better. And that involved 3 different things. Positive affirmations. I made a list of things that I wanted to believe about myself and I said them over and over each day. I always pocket a ball on the break. My break is explosive. My stroke is straight on every single shot. I can beat anyone in the world. You say the things that you want to believe about yourself and hopefully you will become what's known as a self-fulfilling prophecy. So your positive affirmation is simply a list of things that you want to believe about yourself. Another thing you can do is go online and buy subliminal messaging related to pool. And they will have a list of messages that you won't be able to hear, but it will be hidden in the music, the instrumental music that they play. And you'll hear these things and they will become a part of your subconscious. And the third thing is you can buy hypnosis tapes. And if you're interested in doing that, then contact me and I'll point you in the right direction. I think Ryan Elliott has some of the best hypnosis tapes that are out there on the market, and I can help you get a set of the hypnosis tapes if you'll send me an email, and I can again point you in that direction. But the point I'm trying to make is in 1998 I finished second a lot. I finished third. I would win a tournament here or there, but I just couldn't break through and start winning consistently in a lot of the tournaments held here in the state of Kentucky. And so I went through this whole mental course and I worked on the positive affirmations, subliminal messaging, and then did some work with some hypnosis. And in 1999 I won first place in 62 pool tournaments. And I attribute a great deal of my success to the fact that I did the mental training and it made me believe that I was a winner. And remember, we are a large part of what that we believe that we are. So you have to train yourself into believing that you are a winner. And once you believe that, then you'll be able to perform and you'll be able to beat people that you never thought you would ever be able to beat. But mental training is important. Don't neglect that. Don't make excuses. work on your game, practice the things that we have went over. And I think it will make a tremendous difference, and hopefully we'll see you out there winning lots and lots of tournaments here in the near future.